I say, not run. Don't be afraid. I will not leave you alone.
Amazing. He's like the white Muhammad Ali. He might not talk like Muhammad Ali, but he is the Muhammad Ali of the last generation.
With an all-time great, not a generational great, an all-time great. A generational great would almost dictate that Oleksandr Usyk is just a great in the last 10-15 years. No. Oleksandr Usyk is a great.
Oleksandr Usyk is a great. Oleksandr Usyk responded to Floyd Mayweather's claim by saying boxing is a sport for gentlemen, not a street fight. He emphasized that true fighters don't just run or talk big. They prove themselves in the ring.
Boxing, it's sport and the gentleman. It's not a street fight. It's a boxing.
Do you think
boxing?
Dirty
it's a boxing. Say it again.
Do you think he was being dirty during the whole fight?
I don't have idea. I have no idea.
No.
Maybe.
Meanwhile, analysts highlight the striking difference between Oleksandr Usyk and Floyd Mayweather, noting that Usyk carries himself without arrogance or ego. They admire how Usyk remains humble despite his accomplishments. In contrast to Mayweather, who still believes he's superior to everyone in the sport. Usyk's grounded attitude and respect for boxing set him apart, showing that greatness doesn't always come with pride or self-glorification.
But I know a lot of people are kind of probably going to hear me say that and say, you're going too far, you're this, that. Because I've seen that straight away. As soon as Usyk did that, he's 2-time undisputed heavyweight, 1-time cruiserweight, 3-time undisputed. His resume, yes, look, at heavyweight, it's a lot of rematches, but it's the way he's doing it.
Yeah.
And he's not just, okay, he could have 10 world... Deontay Wilder has 10 world title defenses.
Yeah.
Luis Ortiz and Tyson Fury are the only ones you really have any kind of weight to them. Usyk is taking on the perceived either number 1 or number 2 in these defenses.
Yeah.
Fury perceived number 1. AJ at the time 1. Dubois number 2. He's taking like, all right, who's the next in line? Right, I'm fighting him.
Yeah.
That's the way he's doing it.
And he's doing it in a way in which is so beautiful to watch.
Derek Chisora had nothing but praise for Oleksandr Usyk, especially when it comes to his mindset and skill. He called Usyk one of the most mentally tough and focused fighters in the game. Chisora even joked that you'd have to be crazy to try and beat him, showing how frustrating it is to face someone with Usyk's talent. He highlighted Usyk's smooth movement, sharp ring IQ, and ability to stay calm under pressure. Outside the ring, Usyk may seem friendly, but once the bell rings, Chisora says he becomes a relentless, dangerous fighter who's incredibly hard to stop.
And what I'm saying is this, yeah. To beat Oleksandr Usyk, you have to be mentally disturbed in your head. Yeah?
You have to be mentally disturbed.
Yeah, because you have to understand.
Take the fight in the first place.
Yeah, because when I saw him a couple months ago,
yeah,
I had a coffee with him, we were just chatting. The guy lives in Ukraine.
Yep.
Yeah. He goes, oh, before I came on the plane, I was sleeping in my house, and then those missiles were going over my house, and I didn't want to go in the bunker. I was like, I'll just go to sleep. There's some craziness, isn't it? I mean, like, hey, imagine you're in your house in Barna, Timbuktu, and then missiles are going. You're gonna be like,
yeah, he's cut from very different stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then remember, so you have to come in there looking to go to the other side because he's looking to go to the other side. Mate, can you do us a favor? Can you stop beating us up?
Derek Chisora recently compared Oleksandr Usyk to none other than Muhammad Ali, calling him the Ali of today's era. He praised Usyk's incredible footwork, sharp timing, and high ring IQ, especially for a heavyweight. Chisora pointed out that Usyk doesn't rely on power alone. Instead, he wins with skill, movement, and smart tactics. He said Usyk's calm confidence and smooth style remind him of how Ali used to fight, graceful, clever, and always in control. To Chisora, watching Usyk is like watching pure boxing artistry, something that brings a new level of class to today's heavyweight scene.
He gets it wrong. You don't box this guy. It's like, how can I explain it to you in a way you understand? You can't box him.
He's just too good.
He's just unbelievable great. Yeah, forget good, he's amazing. Yeah, he's great, he's amazing. He's like the white Muhammad Ali. He might not talk like Muhammad Ali, but he is the Muhammad Ali of the last generation. You understand? We have to give him the credit where it's due.
Yeah.
Yeah? He is that guy.
Boxing promoter Eddie Hearn has added his voice to those calling Oleksandr Usyk a truly special fighter, more than just a champion. Hearn, who's worked with some of the best in the sport, said Usyk is one of the most naturally skilled boxers he's seen in a long time. What stands out most to him is how Usyk moved up from cruiserweight to heavyweight without losing his speed, timing, or control. According to Hearn, Usyk isn't just winning fights, he's changing how people think about what a modern heavyweight can be.
Just, you're talking about one of the great generational. I watched the first 2 rounds, and Dubois looked really dangerous. Came out, backed him up, and then Usyk just decided, I can't allow him to back me up, so I'm going to go on the front foot and box aggressive here. And he knocked him spark out. Unbelievable. Just a true generational great.
After his most recent dominant showing, Oleksandr Usyk has officially entered the conversation among boxing's all-time greats. Analysts now rank him as the 4th greatest fighter ever, a rare honor for someone still competing. This recognition isn't just about his wins, it's about who he's beaten, how convincingly he's done it, and how consistently he's performed at the highest level. Usyk has proven he can move up in weight and still outclass top fighters, even when facing them in their own countries. His place among the legends is no longer up for debate, it's earned through skill, results, and an undeniable legacy.
Gary, what's yours?
Oleksandr is the 4th greatest fighter on my personal all-time list.
Wow.
It's number 4. He's only behind Ali.
Oh, on your all-time list?
All time.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Only behind Floyd, Ali, and Manny. So, I'm really high on Oleksandr.
Oleksandr Usyk isn't just a champion, he's a master of the craft. Known for his technical precision and smart strategy, Usyk stays calm and humble outside the ring, but becomes razor-sharp once the bell rings. He doesn't seek fame through loud talk or controversy. Instead, he lets his skills and performances do all the talking.
The WBO, Frank Warner very close, Joseph Parker is obviously a Queensberry fighter, so there could be potential that they do what they did with this fight, what they did with the Dubois fight. It also means as well that, and maybe this is why, potentially it's because Riyadh season shows from November onwards, and I doubt we'll see Oleksandr Usyk in the ring this year because it's only July, but he's only fought, and I would imagine Usyk is going to be one of these 6 to 8 month type of guys. That's the way he's been over the last 2 years. So you're looking probably February next year at the earliest when he finally fights again. So for me, it's like, right, well, that will be after the Riyadh and Ring Magazine's pay-per-views end, as in they're not going to be doing pay-per-view anymore. Maybe they look at that fight and think, Usyk Parker, it's a fight that, with the greatest respect, and Oleksandr Usyk is a very big name, it maybe does need that pay-per-view wall behind it in order to facilitate the purses that they could potentially forking out for it. So maybe that's why Riyadh season won't do it. Now, the Zone obviously have not ruling out pay-per-view, they're still going to do pay-per-views.
Oleksandr Usyk's track record says it all. He's taken down world champions and top contenders, and his win over Daniel Dubois only added to his legacy. Dubois looked like a real threat with his size and power, but Usyk shut him down with smart, calculated boxing. What sets Usyk apart isn't just his dominance, it's his attitude. He stays humble, never boasting or calling himself the best, even as fans and experts begin to do so for him. In a sport full of big talk and ego, Usyk's quiet confidence stands out in the best way.
It was sort of broken up in different directions. Even I wasn't sure, because although I believe Usyk is the fighter of the generation in this weight class, he's at an age where, overnight you sort of show up and you don't have it anymore. Ali randomly lost to Leon Spinks around this age and whatnot. So you could get where all of a sudden it's not there on the night. So. And you had
heavyweights takes 1 second, one split second, you're off.
Yeah, exactly. And you also had a very motivated Dubois to add to that second. Who's a very powerful puncher and has sort of this bully mentality when he gets you in an uncomfortable position. But Usyk, flawless performance technically. Stepping out to that weak side consistently, mixing up the jabs, making things uncomfortable for Dubois rhythm-wise.
He seemed more aggressive, right? Normally, I think with some of the bigger guys, he slides to the weak side, slides to the weak side. This was different.
I think with Dubois, the psychology is kind of out of the bag in that you got to kind of bully the bully, and Dubois came out trying to bully him a little bit, so he started touching him and hitting him, and he started taking it to him because he started backing him up. He started putting him in a situation where he starts to doubt himself, and Dubois doesn't really come back from that very often. As a matter of fact,
he doesn't bend, he breaks.
In the fight, I thought he's a little bit awkward, Dubois. I don't know, but
he's one of those awkward strong guys.
Yeah,
he's just like super strong, awkward as hell.
He goes down and he takes the full count, and then he just gets up at 10 and walks across the ring right in front of Usyk, who's celebrating middle of the ring, like with his hands up in the air. Just casually walks right by Usyk's celebration as if he didn't just get counted out to 10.
Foreman Ali. Remember, he walks right to his corner.
Yeah, but I was like, dude, you could have got up. Like, you waited to 10, and then
he was a beaten man.
You waited to 10, and then not only you get up, you don't even have the presence of mind to realize, like, I'm walking right into the picture where he's celebrating.
But Paulie, he was a beaten man before the first.